elementary school with 500 students. In a school this size, we could expect that 100 of those students would be suffering from a mental illness. Of those 100, 60 would not have access to treatment at all, and of those who do have access to treatment, 28 will only have access through limited resources available at their school. So what this means is that in a given classroom, you would have 1 out of every 5 students who is suffering from a mental illness and has no access to treatment. So what this results in a classroom is having a handful of students who have a hard time concentrating because of really difficult thoughts, emotions, or impulses that they have a hard time coping with. And this is a really distracting learning environment for the student, for their teachers, and possibly for their peers. Regardless of this, we expect that every student will graduate ready for jobs, college, and beyond without giving a lot of additional resource for those children who do have a mental illness. It's like we're giving a gardener an assorted bag of seeds with different needs for water, soil, and light, and expecting for them to come up with a batch of tomatoes with only a box of dirt. So what can we do about this to better support our schools in meeting the needs of children with mental illness? First, we need to better invest in the mental health and well-being of teachers. Why would we invest in teachers? Teaching is continually reported as one of the most stressful jobs with the highest rates of stress, turnover, burnout, anxiety, and depression. 2/3 of teachers report symptoms of mental illness directly related to stress from their job. Teachers are really stressed out, and that's a problem because when teachers are stressed out, it affects how their students achieve academically, it increases more problem behaviors in the classroom, and overall just creates a tougher environment. One way to support this is to offer mindfulness training for teachers during their professional development time at school. What this training does is give teachers better tools for coping with their difficult emotions and difficult situations. The results of these trainings are teachers that are more confident in their skills, have better academic outcomes in their classroom, and less problem behaviors. Most importantly, teachers who go through these types of training have better one-on-one relationships with their students, and this is key. For students who are at a high risk of developing a mental illness, one of the most protective factors at school is having just one adult in the building that they feel really knows who they are and cares about them. Just one adult. So by investing in teachers' mental health and well-being, we can better treat students who are suffering from a mental illness at school. In addition to this, we can partner schools with community organizations that have expertise and resources to meet students' need with mental illness. As an example, there was a Chicago public high school that was reported as failing according to its state standards. What this school did was paired up with a nonprofit who specialized in social work case management and providing mental health counseling services. This organization was able to provide individual and group counseling both during the school day, after hours, and on the weekends for students who have mental illnesses, all students in general, and their families. Additionally, this group worked with teachers to come up with individual care plans for students who are suffering from a mental illness in the classroom. After 3 years of this partnership, the school reported 10% higher graduation and attendance rates. And overall, the students were achieving more academically and more socially well. What this enabled the community to do was to pull together resources and create a shared vision for meeting the needs of children who have mental illness in their community. So the next time that you go to vote for a school board official, or attend a PTA meeting, or give feedback to a local nonprofit, I ask you to think about the many needs that students have who are suffering from a mental illness, and do what you can to support their teachers and to support community partnerships that can better meet their needs. This will result in students who are more able to achieve in the classroom and are ready for college, jobs, and beyond, and to make a positive impact on their community. Thank you.